Yaz, Io, coming off a long week last week, getting the result in Utah, getting a bit of rest, and then traveling to California. What were your bodies and your minds like as a team heading into this match?
Um, we just took this week to really prioritize recovery. The 3 game week was a lot, but luckily it was at home. So just prioritizing recovery and the amazing facilities that we have, and trying to get ready for this game.
Yeah, as IO, you two have been quite the dynamic duo. How has that been building your chemistry on the field?
It's really fun. Io's really great to play with. It seriously makes my job easier when she's able to just do her thing and break pressure the way that she does and drive and then play me in really good positions. So, seriously, the best outside back I've played with so far in my time. And I think, and I'm really excited for her as an individual to continue to grow and, and master everything about herself and build our dynamic as well. I hope that we're playing together for a long time on this team, because I do think that when we connect, we're unstoppable. So I'm excited to keep going.
Yeah, I agree. Yaz is an amazing player to play with, and she's very direct in her communication of what she wants, which I really appreciate because there's no space for any confusion. And every game, and week by week, I'm just trying to improve so I can find her in spaces so she can get goals and goal contributions.
Oh, you've had a challenging couple weeks, even going back to the game in DC of just 1v1 defensive matchups that you've done a really good job of handling. What are you doing well? What are the others besides Yaz doing around you to where you become such a good lockdown 1v1 defender while still contributing offensively?
I think this team does a great job of being supportive. The communication really helps, and just lifting me up. There has been times where I get beat in 1v1 situations, but everyone just tells me to keep my head up, and the next one that I'll win. So that really helps me stay in the game.
Since since the restart, the team scored 8 goals. The only one that hasn't been Yaz or Janine was Natalie Means. Io, you're getting looks. Tasha's getting looks. MK's getting looks. What needs to happen for someone else to get on the scoreboard?
I think we just need a little bit more composure in the final third. We know as a team that we need more goals and we need to put these away to win games, and that's what's kind of holding us back when we're in front of goal. We just don't really put it away as often as we need to. So I think just having a little bit more composure and confidence in these scenarios would help us going forward.
I agree.
What was the conversation like tonight coming into the second half after that first half?
I think we talk a lot about next moment mentality, and so I think it was important that we get rid of that first half and we come out better, more organized, better pressure on the ball, way more together, and so that's like huge for our group, and it's important to find that next moment and to change that. So I was proud of us for kind of taking control, and that's all in our hands. So yeah.
Yeah.
Difficult moment 16 minutes in when Eva has to come out. What can you say about Megan coming in and doing well to help out the team defensively?
Yeah, Meg has a really great mentality and personality off the field. She puts her head down and works. She never really complains about anything. It's a hard situation she's in with KK and Ava just continuing to start, and she's always prepared to come in and show up like she did tonight. And she's just a great team player. And I think that showed tonight.
One more question for these two.
Yaz and Io, this might be a little bit more towards Io just because of your position on the field. When Abby's making a save, I'm thinking of a few on Ludmilla tonight and Corley. What do you go back and say to her? How do you hype her up when she's really coming forward and being brave?
We just remind her that she's literally keeping us in the game and allowing us to still have the confidence to go forward and just keeping the scoreline what it is. We know that she's really done a lot to contribute to the amount, how do I say this? Like the little goals that we have against. Like we could have way more without Abby in goal, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly just what Abby does. And so I'm glad that she was able to showcase again, like everything that she's capable of. And that's, I mean, that's Abby right there.
Yeah.
She's one of the best goalkeepers I've ever played with. And you honestly have confidence going into those moments, knowing that she's going to make a save and she's going to change the trajectory of the game and everything. So it gives the rest of the team a lot of energy and a lot of confidence to know that, like, it's not over even when it's, you know, like, just with the play, like, the play's not over because she's gonna make something happen.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Io.
Pollard, Burgundy Wave. Nick, do you have an update on Eva and your thoughts on Meg coming in and, helping out the team defensively to get a result?
Yeah, Ava's she had a slight hamstring problem that she felt. I think it was precautionary that we took her off. I think it was the right thing to do to take her off and not gamble it. I think the signs are really, really positive in the sense of it just being a small issue that we can take care of. I think Meg came in. I don't think we were playing so well in the first half, so I think it's unfair to say that the first half was a reflection of Meg Reid. I think as a group we were just a little bit disorganised with their rotations, and that was frustrating. But I thought the second half we fixed some things at half time. We made some changes to get some fresh legs in, and everybody defended in the moments that we need to. I think Meg done well and organised and showed her experience. Just a bit disappointed we didn't win again, but I mean, after the first half, I think a point is, it's a point gained for us.
Nick, we've talked about draws in the past, draws that feel like wins, draws that feel like losses. How would you sum up this point you're bringing back tonight?
I think I'll probably sit in the middle on this one, because I think at half-time, although they hadn't had real big chances, maybe the Ludmilla chance, but I think their biggest chances came from our giveaways, which was frustrating. I think they did disorganise a little bit. Giaccoli was coming outside into areas where we'd spoken about, but we just didn't deal with it. I think it's 2 points dropped in the evolution of the team. I think if you ask me in March next year, April next year, are we dropping 2 points here after that second half? I think I'll be really, really disappointed. If we can fix that going into September, we've got a real chance of making the playoffs, because I thought we had the best chances. Although we didn't play so well in the game in the first half, I thought second half, great reaction, showed fight, showed commitment, showed our real character. But we had the biggest chances in the game. So I think this is one that, as we evolve as a team, we have to have the sort of ruthlessness to execute and get 3 points on the road.
Nick, I'm going to read this off to you. Since the break, this game, Yaz scores a goal via Janine. Last match, Yaz scores via Janine. Janine scores herself. Legacy, Janine scores herself. Against the Thorns, Janine scores, and then Natalie scores via Lindsay. And then against the Dash, Yaz scores via Janine, and then Janine scores herself. That's only one assist and one goal that hasn't come from those two. Do they have a lot of incentives built in their contract? How do we get some other people involved in the offense?
You know what? I'm sitting with you. I'm asking that question daily, because I said to the group, right, without sort of judging us and comparing us to other teams, I think you look at a North Carolina team that they were better than us when they beat us, right? But I don't see a huge gap between us and them in the sense of like ability. What I do see is two players in their front line that are in the top 3-4 goal scorers in the league, which reflects in their league position. And I think, we're relying on the minute our left back and our right winger. And I think, I've said before, if you're a number 10, if you're a number 9, if to be in the top 4, to be in the top 6, you have to have high contributions. And we are putting that demand and expectation on our players whilst trying to really, help them and support them and challenge them. And I think for us, it's very, very basic. If you contribute, it really helps the team in the league position. And we've got points on the road today. We've got points at home because Yaz and Janine are contributing. Now we need to really step on the gas and get it from others as well.
Nick, to your point, when the team's really struggling and there's some difficult moments, another match in which Abby Smith stands on her head, 300 saves now for her in the NWSL 12th all-time. What can you say about her performance tonight and this just being another thing that she's building on in terms of what she's done for your club this year?
Abby is an incredible human, an incredible leader, and an incredible professional. I love working with her. I think for me, whatever team I work with, whatever players I work with, if you want to be a winning team, you have to deliver at the highest level, and you have to be committed to winning and committed to performing at the level that winning demands. And Abby is definitely doing that. And it's, similar, Janine Sonis is delivering assists and goals. Yaz Ryan is helping the team's league position. We want more. Abby is doing the same, right? In the moments when we're under pressure and in the moments when we have to absorb moments, Abby's stepping up. And collectively, if we can get that from the group, it's irrelevant whether you're under pressure or you're in control, you can execute results. And that's the evolution of us. That's the evolution of every individual in the group, right? Is that we're clear on the demand here and we're clear on the expectation and the ambition. Now it's about being able to deliver it. And I was pleased tonight that Emma Reagan came in and helped the team. MK came in and showed real fight. Now it's about continuing to push and, your performance and your application and what you can produce has to match the ambition of the organisation.
One more for Nick.
Nick, what are you hoping to take forward into the next match?
Yeah, the belief that we can get points on the road, we can execute wins. We have beat Louisville on the road, Gotham on the road, Houston on the road, but we did draw against Seattle. We've drew tonight. For me, it's about the belief that we can go and whatever happens, we can win, right? We were under pressure in the first half and we were 1-0 down, but like I said at half time, still half a game. You can still lift your performance. You can still reset your mentality and at half time you even get a little small period to refresh and get physically good, whatever it is, hydration. To me, the best teams can turn games around, and we showed that today, that in the end we were the team dictating the game, pushing the game, trying to win the game. I hope we can move forward into Portland knowing that we'll have those moments, whether it be the start of the game and we end under pressure, or we start under pressure and we can flip it the other way. Hopefully we can really execute in that moment, and that's the evolution of us, that's the growth of us. What I am really pleased and proud about is the reaction and the mentality the team showed. The ability to just reset and figure it out. And I've said before, I think this team is moving forwards, and I definitely think we're moving forwards towards the ambition and the goal.
Awesome. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you.